Hello, Aquarius, and welcome to your June 2026 general reading. This is for all Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. We're going to pull some cards here for you, see what messages are coming out for areas of your life, and let's get right into it. The beginning of June here, all the way through until about the new moon in Gemini on the 14th. We are still really embracing and taking advantage of some full moon and Sagittarius energy. That occurred on the 31st of May, and it was a full moon. It was a blue moon, and it's really kind of filled with a little bit of magic. Sagittarius energy, especially in a full moon, is really encouraging you to release and let go because Sagittarius wants you to be lighthearted and free, to have fun and adventure, and to see the possibilities, see the big picture. Ruled by Jupiter, it carries a little bit of luck with it as well. So speaking of luck, on June 9th, we've got what some people consider the luckiest day of the year, and you can actually see it happening. We've got a conjunction with Venus and Jupiter, our two most beneficial planets, coming together in the sign of Cancer. So we can see these planets in the sky, look up about maybe around sunset or about an hour after. And we'll see them over the next few days come closer and closer and closer until finally they kiss each other in the sky. Venus, of course, our planet of love, money, resources, creativity, attraction, fertility, and growth, coming together with that Jupiter energy, which is good luck, good fortune, expansion, growth, helps us get out of our comfort zone, and sometimes can be a turning of the tide, a turning of events. And both these planets want to bring you a gift. So whether it's love, luck, harmony in your life, whether it's resources that you need right when you need them, and alleviates a little bit of struggle, take advantage of this energy. You can just maybe go outside, look at the sky, look up, and just kind of get ready to receive. And, these planets can work in mysterious ways. Sometimes it's subtle, and sometimes it's really just a matter of, the planets are helping align you to be at the right place at the right time. And sometimes it's very big and loud and in your face. But they do bring us something here, and it'll be a little something different for everybody, but something that's in alignment with your goals and your dreams. Like I said, the 14th, we've got a new moon in Gemini. This will be the first new moon in Gemini since Uranus, your modern day ruler, has moved signs. So there could be some important communication and messages that come in, something regarding a new beginning, or some sort of discovery. Uranus, of course, the great awakener. Uranus shakes things up, encourages you to be authentic and truthful, and of course, is a planet of freedom. So we've got a little bit of theme here, especially for the first part of the month, is about freedom, setting yourself free. Where do you feel trapped in your life? And, where do you feel that something has been holding you back, or you feel stuck? So this is a great energy here to find your way forward and find your way out of some stuck energy. But it is also this energy of awakening to something new, some idea, whatever it happens to be, it's for your future. And so maybe it's taking advantage of advancements in technology. Maybe it's just using your voice a little bit more. Whatever it is, it could be messages from spirit. So whatever it is, open your mind there and set some intentions for something new. The latter half of the month, we are heading into Mercury retrograde territory. Mercury retrograde happens June 29th, but we've got that 2-week shadow period before that. So really the first half of the month is that doing energy, that wrapping things up, finding closure, figuring out, making a plan for something that you want to get started on. And then once we enter that shadow period, we do need to tread a little bit lightly, be a little bit more cautious. It doesn't mean we can't do stuff, right? We just need to be a little bit aware of potential communication issues, etc. But that June 29th retrograde is the same day as a full moon in Capricorn. So there could be something going on that you're reevaluating, or that you're assessing, something around your career, your workplace, your reputation. Some of you are in for a career change at some point. It may not necessarily be today or tomorrow, but it could be this year at some point. Maybe by the time we get maybe by the time summer's over and school starts up again, some of you are feeling restless. Some of you are feeling like there's no room for growth, that you're not using your skills and abilities to your best advantage, or maybe you're being shortchanged in regards to your money, right? So this full moon in Capricorn can really help you to figure out what changes might be needed in that area. But let's get into your cards and see what we've got coming in for you. And we've got home energy there. Shelter, safety, nurturing, and warmth. Okay, so Jupiter and Venus are both in that sign of Cancer. And so Cancer energy is all about your home, your surroundings, who you live with, where you live, your stability, your security, the foundations that you have built. So this can be an important time for you to really focus on your home and your family. Some of you here, you may be wanting to buy your first house or move to a different neighborhood or upsize, downsize, right? Whatever it is, if you're not feeling like everything is, tickety boo and where you want it to be, then this is that focus for you. But our home is also about our authenticity. So, are you in situations where you don't really feel like you can be true to who you really are? Then you may also be in for a change, because that doesn't help you. That doesn't make you feel stable and secure if you're putting on a mask and pretending to be someone that you're not. But here, your home energy is really highlighted for you, and this is your root chakra. And our root chakra, we need to feel grounded. We need to feel like we've got things on solid ground. So again, you could have some things that are improving in that area, or this can be your focus. We also have here, there's Cancerian energy showing up for you as well. All right. And this is all about being immersive in the things that you want, the things you want to create, the things you want to grow. Card number 4 with the home, and card number 4 with that Cancerian energy. So you've got 4-4 coming in for you here. So really that foundation, both feet on the ground, making sure that all of your building blocks are in place. And if not, right, here we are, we're going to make some changes with this. But you could also be experiencing this month greater stability and security in your life as well. And it's probably, maybe something that you've been wanting for a while. The Cancerian energy can also really highlight if you've been going back and forth on something, or if you've been feeling like things have not been going straight, they've been going side to side, a lot of detours, then this can be where, you are focused on that straight line ahead, moving forward, okay? But nourish your family, nourish your home, nourish your connections, make your home a place where you want to come home to every single day. um sometimes we can't necessarily afford to move, so what else can you do, right? We've got Venus and Cancer coming together in Cancer, or Venus and Jupiter, excuse me, coming together in the sign of Cancer. And so sometimes in this energy, it's like, okay, well, I can't really afford to move right now, so how do I make my home a more welcoming, inviting place, my little cave that I want to come home to? So maybe it's moving your furniture around, painting a wall, a can of paint, right? It doesn't really cost that much. Do it yourself projects, or maybe home is really where the heart is and you want to spend more time there. So considering we've got a full moon in Capricorn this month as well, this can be where either, if you already work in the home, maybe you want to get out of it a little bit, and get a different job or change your work life around a little bit. Or you may have an opportunity to work from home, or expand a home-based business, and maybe you can make a little bit more money at it. Let's get some more cards for you guys. Your overall energy, we've got the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles is a really good energy. It is one of paying attention to the details, okay? And your attention to detail pays off for you, okay? So there could be something that you've been working towards for a while, one foot in front of the other, one day at a time. And, you're potentially about to reach that finish line. So a goal attained. The Knight of Pentacles, is a reminder to pay attention to detail and not try and rush through something. So it is a very kind of calm, slow moving, patient energy. Knight of Pentacles moves really slow. So if you've been waiting for something, you've probably been waiting for a while, and this is where something can really start to come to fruition for you. The Knight of Pentacles is on a quest for stability and security, on a quest for money, on a quest for your goals and your dreams. And the knights in the upright always do attain their goals. So this shows that you're on the right path. Some of you could also potentially experience, whether it's a person, a new person, or an opportunity for money, offers, or even a purchase that is something that might be with you for a long time. So perhaps like a car, right? Something you've been saving up for, or something that's going to make your life better. So whether you've got some money going out or whether you've got some potential money and gifts and blessings coming in, overall, that Knight of Pentacles is a good energy. Got the Ace of Cups at the back of the deck. So that's really wonderful. The Ace of Cups can be a new beginning, a seed of something new, new potential. And the Ace of Cups can be peace and forgiveness and healing, but it's also happiness and joy and some blessings. Aces are the seed of something new or some fresh energy coming in. It can be simply a fresh perspective. Okay, it can also just be that energy of we're breathing fresh life into something and making something better. But with that Ace of Cups, there can be a new creative project. There can be a little bit of an awakening there with that. It's very connected with your spiritual self, but it ultimately can bring in some joy and, just this kind of really feel good vibes with that Ace of Cups. And aces, yes, it is new and fresh energy, making those improvements in your life, but they also can carry a little bit of luck. So we can really celebrate someone, may have new love and new connections coming in here as well. You've got the Ten of Pentacles as your advice from Spirit. Interesting, because the Ten of Pentacles is very connected with your home and family, your sense of stability and security. So we've got like 3 messages here now that are all corresponding to that. Okay, so some of you can have some really good changes that are happening with your home, your family, with the foundations that you've built. Some of you here are really feeling more stable and secure. Some of you may have some healing or some gifts that are floating around from family, because that Ten of Pentacles can be a card of inheritance. Something is passed down to you. Okay, it might be the family home. Okay, it can be an inheritance. It can be gifts, from your family. But Spirit says here, that Ten of Pentacles is that sense of ultimate security, right? And so whether it's your money, your home, or your relationships here, this is a really good time to focus on all of that and be grateful for everything that you have, and be willing and to embrace change if that's what you feel that you need, because that Ten of Pentacles is like a happy ever after card, right? The Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles, right? Both of these ones say that you are set up for success and you are more blessed than maybe sometimes you give yourself credit for. Okay, But yes, there could be just this big focus on the family at the moment and your home base at the moment here as well. Ten of Pentacles may also be spirit saying that, because home is where the heart is, okay, is that maybe there's something that you create around the home that can bring you some riches or some security in some way, right? So you might have like that home-based business or a creative project that you can make some money at, give yourself another source of income, or maybe some passive income or something. Okay, but ultimately, spirit is like, yep, this is where your focus is right now. And where you put your focus and your energy is where your blessings do expand, right? So, really important energy, but you can achieve all these blessings, and you already have them flowing to you. Your prosperity message, we've got the Queen of Wands. Now, the Queen of Wands is can certainly be your energy, believing in yourself, making the right decisions, being confident in everything that you do, and trusting everything that you do as well. The Queen of Wands is really good at making decisions and also taking action on the things that matter or that can bring positive growth and energy to your situation. So this can really be your energy. You're filled with inspiration, you've got some motivation to get things done, but you are also just have that confidence within you. Okay. Now with the Queen of Wands being independent, queens and kings, they are both leaders in their own way. Okay. And the queens do tend to operate sometimes just a little bit more behind the scenes, but they're often the driving force of things. So you might really want a little bit of a breakthrough here, with your money, your prosperity. I do have, by the way, expanded money and career readings that are posted. So check out the playlist down below for money and career, and you will find that there. But some of you here with this Queen of Wands, you're looking for a breakthrough. So maybe you don't want to be behind the scenes. Maybe you want to be in the spotlight with your career path. Perhaps you have an independent spirit here and you're like, I want to be my own boss. Okay. I don't want to sit here and just make great decisions for other people. I want to be in charge. I want to get all the full benefit of all my time, energy, and attention. So this can be a really good time potentially to, really look at opening your own business, or if you've already got something going, this can be a time for some additional action to grow it, to get yourself a little bit more out there, advertise maybe. Okay, but the Queen of Wands is a successful energy. There can also be a helpful person in regards to your prosperity. And, she is facing that 10 of Pentacles. So, again, there could be something going on with the home, with your family, and especially with Cancerian energy showing up here with a maternal parent or one that has your nurturing parent. Okay. So, if you had, your mother was the nurturing parent at home, or maybe you had a stay-at-home dad, that might be the nurturing parent, right? So it's typically feminine, but not always. Okay. So, but this can potentially it could be a grandmother, an aunt. Someone may, have some sort of help for you in some way. They can be of a real benefit for you, even if it's just some advice. You can also have like a friend that motivates you in some way, or maybe even a new partnership, and someone that can match you idea for idea and dollar for dollar, right? Because we do have new with that Ace of Cups there. So this can be a really good partnership relationship, and can benefit you both. Your relationship message for the month, the Nine of Pentacles. Focus on you, your goals, your dreams. Now, the Nine of Pentacles is a wonderful, wonderful um, energy. It is one of success. It's one where we're feeling really good. We've tamed our anxieties, okay, and we're feeling on top of the world. That Nine of Pentacles can be where some things come to fruition, right? Or the goals that we've had for ourselves are really blossoming right now, and you're blossoming right now here. So The Nine of Pentacles, interestingly enough, I mean, this is about relationships, right? And so we can have relationships with other people, we can have friendships, business relationships, family relationships, but we can also be focusing on that relationship that we have with ourselves. And because that Nine of Pentacles is an energy of independence, independent success, blossoming, and really feel like we've made it, like we're feeling really good with ourselves here, a sense of accomplishment, a sense of growth. This is a beautiful energy. So I feel like maybe, you are the humanitarians of the zodiac. And sometimes there's a pitfall that comes with that, right? Spending too much time and energy with other people and neglecting yourself. So this month may be where you are just focused on you. You have some, stability in your home and relationships. If you're single, you're like, I know there's a possibility here of, finding new relationships out there, new love. But first, I'm going to enjoy myself and where I'm at, right? This is also a great energy if you are single and looking for love or companionship, right? Especially with the Ace of Cups right here, because you are confident in yourself, right? And because you've taken some time to replenish your own energy, right? This is like, I am more confident when I put myself out there. I trust myself more. I know I'm going to make the right decisions, and I know I'm not afraid to say no, but at the same time, I'm also not afraid to say yes. And so we can be opening ourselves up there with that one. But the Nine of Pentacles is an energy of success. Okay, so even if you do have some partnerships that are blossoming and growing, you're feeling good about them here. So you've got this kind of joy in your heart. Like, look at all your beautiful energy. I do feel that, now that Uranus is out of Taurus, you may find that you've got some blessings that are headed your way. But you may also find, because Uranus is in Gemini, which is a fellow air sign, that you just might be feeling that things are starting to move a little bit faster, or in a better direction. It's an energy that you're probably a little bit more used to. Whereas Uranus and Taurus, it can be, it can be pretty heavy. And Uranus was in Taurus for like 7 years, right? So this can be just a time when you're just feeling a little bit freer, and not so bogged down with that Taurus Earth energy, now that it's all in that air sign. So your mind flows freer, things happen a little bit faster, in your world. Although the funny thing is we do have quite a few pentacles coming out here for you. So maybe you're reaping some rewards from having your planetary ruler in that earth sign for all this time. It's like set something loose within you and within your world, your energy, things you've been waiting for. So it can be quite the blessing for you guys. But let's get a couple more cards here, which are blessings, by the way. So blessings here for beautiful Aquarians, please. There is your first blessing. A blessed new beginning. Hey, would you look at that? A series of serendipitous events guides you to a renewed sense of clarity and purpose. Release all that no longer serves you. The past is behind you. Bless it and let it go. Your life is an eternal new beginning, moving through time. Exciting. And there is your next blessing. Blessing from the Divine Mother. Oh, interesting. Cancer and energy, right? Very, got some very feminine energy in there. A previously closed door now opens. This is a blessed and fortunate time for you, but be mindful, humble, and grounded. Feel your connection to the earth, feel her energy and love in your heart, and know that you are eternally blessed by the Divine Mother. Those are your messages, Aquarius. I do hope there was something here for you. If you enjoyed your reading, please do like, share, and subscribe. Don't be afraid to say hello in the comments section down below as well. But I hope you guys have a magnificent June, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.